With the hollow tree, I start with the basics, reference material for the overall scene, trees, landscapes, and then I begin chasing the hub idea. On my mind was adding structure to an oak tree clearing. I saw opportunities in using a river. A tree at the river's edge could become an interesting monument, which was another idea that I was interested in exploring. Fishing here too also becomes an option. Ruins could also greatly contribute to the refuge prospect aspects of hubs, but here they conflict with the timeline and logic. No tree clearing with ruins? Unlikely, but maybe the tree itself can emulate the structure in some way? These images of rivers with these rocks also gives the opportunity for a method of crossing the river. This river was eventually adapted into a smaller stream that branches from the major dividing river in the map. Personally, I am unfamiliar with snow, so this was another confirmation required. One way I saw freezing being achieved is snow melting in the warmth of the night's cloak, creating the required water. So at the end of the research process, reference material was gathered, so when we actually get to designing, we can base our designs off examples to ensure things are right. Research also gave way to new opportunities that could be further explored. Now one begins representing their design concepts, turning ideas into options. There's no true manual for design, and here it gets even harder still. With no right or wrong way, just keep in mind that the goal here is to convey your ideas. For me, it's in the turning of abstract relationships into something the game can make use of. From the constrained freedom of the brief and research, now is to really consider the context of your design, incorporating all the brief's needs, questions, and opportunities. Ideas conveyed here do not exist in a vacuum and will have further implications on the greater whole. With the hollow tree, I'm looking at the monumentality of the knight, effectively a frozen statue. What kind of emotions and story can each of these poses convey? Developing this idea, the first one looks like a sort of collapse that has drifted to sleep and then is back again. Dakota, on the other hand, thinks it looks like a collapse but not yet ready to give up. In these cases, maybe you want to argue your original point and change your design to better reflect your original intentions, or it is another opportunity for a better interpretation. The middle one is one that has surrounding implications. For these icicles to form, there must be some severe wind and rain. How will this affect not only the immediate area, but the rest of the game's weather? During this phase too, be on the lookout for more opportunities as well. Moving on to one concept option. Here I'm exploring a monumental scene. The question is, of course, how? And the answer is, well, how are things monumental? The size, the scale, style of composition. Here I draw on the aspects of formal symmetry and a keen focus on the subjects. I'm always looking back at my research material as reference, pulling things from here and there to work with the focus. The other focus of this piece is to capture the atmosphere. As concept work, these things need to be translated into a game, so ensuring all bases are covered. As music is already supplied, the atmosphere is somber. Snow naturally gives this feeling, but the science issue for the music are better. When speaking of context, these designs carry on the implications of the game itself as its reasoned limits. As the designer, it's necessary to give options. The client knows what they want, but there may be something better that you can show them. The monumental aspect and corpses reminded me of prayer, and it derives this alternate layout. On options, Dakota liked the idea of the hollow tree being a hub area. Here's another piece that incorporates the stream. In doing this drawing, it's where I confirmed the viability of fishing and saw the opportunity for Val to climb the tree as a form of